She hails from a town located 1.5 hours outside of Indianapolis, achieved the title of Miss Basketball, excelled at Purdue University, competed for the Fever, and contributed to the team's sole WNBA championship victory as an assistant coach in 2012. Even after stepping down as head coach of the Fever in 2016 to join Vanderbilt, Indiana and the Fever franchise remain close to her heart. "This is truly a unique place, a unique franchise," White emphasized. "It has been ingrained in my DNA from the very beginning, and will forever remain a fundamental part of who I am." During each return, Pat Boylan, the Fever announcer, would inquire about my feelings upon entering the building. Consistently, my response was, "It feels like home." White was employed at Vanderbilt for 6 years before her employment was terminated in 2021. In 2023, she made her return to the WNBA with the Connecticut Sun, earning the title of League Coach of the Year in her debut season and guiding Connecticut to the WNBA semifinals in both years of her tenure. However, residing in Connecticut posed challenges for White's immediate family, consisting of her partner, ESPN sideline host Lisa Salters, and their 4 sons as part of their blended family. Their home base in Nashville lacks direct flights to Hartford, the nearest airport to the Suns' home arena. Upon arrival, the journey to Uncasville will require a 1-hour drive. Every year while in Connecticut, I would gather with my children and family to discuss whether we were all in agreement before accepting any job offers. Every autumn, the challenge arises as I spend minimal time with my children from when they start school in August until my return home in October. This situation is understood by White, Salter, and their children as not feasible for their family dynamic. Their family time is already limited due to their demanding work schedules. In addition to working as an analyst for ESPN during the WNBA offseason, White's career has further reduced the time they can spend together in Connecticut. White's children go to school in Nashville, leading to challenges in her ability to see them due to potential 3-month stretches apart during the playoffs. It was a scenario in which she and her children had minimal interaction with her sister, nephew, mother, and other relatives. Despite this, White was still bound by her contract with the Sun until the end of the 2025 season. She could have simply let the contract run its course. After all, it is just one additional season. However, it was another season where she would miss out on witnessing her children, who are rapidly maturing, 1 at 13 years old and 3 at 11 years old. There is a limited time before their departure for college and independent living. White emphasized during her introductory news conference on Monday that for parents, these years with their children cannot be reclaimed. Time is a precious commodity that cannot be retrieved once it is gone. My family made many sacrifices in order to spend more time with my children, so it is incredibly meaningful for me to be closer to home and have them around more often. There comes a moment in life when one feels the need for stability and grounding, to find a center and be fully present in the moment. As White contemplated leaving Connecticut, she discussed her priorities with her agent. Firstly, she sought a strong professional situation, looking for a franchise capable of supporting both her and the players, and positioned to compete for a championship. Additionally, proximity to her family was a key factor. "I can't have one without the other, can I?" White remarked. The proximity to one's residence should be accompanied by a strong infrastructure and conducive professional environment. Indiana was the ideal match, as it needed to be beneficial for both my professional career and my family. She is in proximity to her hometown of West Lebanon, Indiana, just a 4-hour drive down I-65 from Nashville. The Fever boast a youthful and skilled roster featuring players such as Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Lexi Hull. Additionally, they benefit from supportive ownership, top-notch facilities, and a strong commitment to pursuing championship goals in the WNBA. With White at the helm, our aspirations have become more attainable, stated Fever President Kelly Krauskopf, who believes that their window of opportunity has been accelerated. "I prefer not to set specific timelines for winning championships, but I am confident that we have made a promising beginning." Fever President of Basketball Operations Kelly Krauskopf highlighted the importance of White's comeback. "As we embark on this new chapter in Fever basketball, I am delighted to reintroduce Stephanie to the team," stated Krauskopf. Stephanie is an integral part of the franchise, having been involved both as a player and a member of our championship coaching staff. White's connection with the Fever dates back to the team's beginnings, when she played in the inaugural season in 2000. White was initially chosen by the Charlotte Sting in the 1999 WNBA draft, but eventually returned to Indiana, where she spent 5 seasons playing for the team while sporting jersey number. Krauskopf expresses strong confidence in White, affirming that she possesses exceptional understanding of their culture and is the most equipped to elevate the team. White's successful tenure with the Fever, from 2011 to 2016, culminated in a WNBA championship in 2012 and a finals appearance in 2015. She recognizes the current moment as pivotal for both the team and the sport. "I am extremely proud and honored to come back to Indiana and take on the role of leading the Fever during a crucial period in the franchise's history, as well as during a significant moment in women's athletics," White expressed. Connecticut Sun head coach Stephanie White responded after a foul was called on the Sun in the first half of Game 5 of the WNBA basketball semifinals against the Minnesota Lynx on Tuesday, October. The event will take place on August 8, 2024, in Minneapolis. White brings a wealth of coaching experience that spans almost 20 years, with notable roles at the Chicago Sky and Vanderbilt University. Most recently, she successfully guided the Connecticut Sun to 2 WNBA semifinals and was honored as the WNBA Coach of the Year in 2023. Known for her defense-first strategy, White elevated Connecticut to one of the league's highest defensive ratings throughout her tenure. With a wealth of experience as both a player and coach, White brings a seasoned perspective and unwavering commitment to achieving success. Rookie guard Caitlin Clark of the Indiana Fever addresses the media prior to the start of the game against the Seattle Storm on May 30, 2024, at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis, Indiana. Fans of the Fever rejoice at White's comeback, viewing it as a crucial change for the team. Triana Trey Moore, a dedicated fan of the Fever, emphasizes the importance of White's comeback for the organization as a whole. Moore reflects on White's significant impact, noting that before Caitlin Clark, Stephanie White was a key player for the team. Stephanie White's ability to mentor an individual of Clark's high caliber, combined with her team-focused mindset, has the potential to propel us to new heights. "This decision is something that was necessary for us, as fans and as a community," Moore, a former basketball player at Lincoln Trail Community College in Illinois, remarks on White's comeback as a positive advancement for women's sports. "I am thrilled to witness the growing support and recognition of women's basketball. The game is headed in a positive direction," stated Moore. With the 2025 season on the horizon in May, White's aim is to secure the gold. "I am eager to dedicate my efforts daily towards bringing another WNBA championship to the esteemed basketball enthusiasts worldwide," expressed White. In a statement, Indiana Fever president Kelly Krauskopf emphasized the importance of making bold and assertive decisions to achieve the team's goals, including maximizing talent and securing another WNBA championship for Indiana. An official announcement was made regarding the departure of Fever's head coach Christy Sides after 2 seasons in the role. Shortly after, Stephanie White, former coach of the Connecticut Sun, was named as her replacement. Since then, there has been widespread discussion about the potential impact of White on the upcoming season's Fever. However, Sheryl Swoopes recently shed light on another aspect of this story: the rationale behind Christy's dismissal. Swoopes expressed her belief that Christy handled the chaos, Caitlin mania, hype, and media attention as well as she possibly could. "It was overwhelming, there was a lot to handle," Swoopes shared on her podcast, "You Might Also Like," Levels to This with Sheryl Swoopes and Terica Foster Brasby. These comments mark her first public remarks about the team and its star player since the start of the offseason. However, she believed both sides warranted greater respect and therefore shared her perspective during discussions about WNBA coaches. And she would not be too far away. In May, the WNBA experienced a significant 94% boost in arena attendance, thanks in part to the popularity of 22-year-old Iowa native, Clark. The Fever consistently sold out games following the drafting of the #1 pick. Please rephrase the following paragraph. Make sure to thoroughly review all documents before submitting them to ensure accuracy and completeness. This will help avoid any delays or issues in the review process, saving time and resources in the long run. It is undeniable that fans flock to Fever games in anticipation of witnessing Clark in action. Clark consistently excelled on the court, boasting an average of 19.1 points and a league-leading 8.4 assists per game. His performance only continued to improve with each game, ultimately leading to a series of unprecedented accomplishments. Nevertheless, amidst the high expectations and obstacles, both parties continued to navigate through the roster. Under her leadership, the team achieved their first playoff berth since 2016. Even though they were eliminated in the initial round, the dedication exhibited by the team was remarkable, catching the attention of Swoopes. Swoopes has previously remarked on the challenges posed by Fever players like Clark, a topic that has frequently arisen in discussions during the 2024 WNBA season. During the Gills Arena YouTube show, Swoopes sparked controversy by falsely stating that the then Iowa standout Clark was in her 5th year in the 2023-24 season. She insinuated that this fact reduced her NCAA scoring record. Clark made history during her 4th season at Iowa. Swoops continued to suggest possible discord within the Fever's locker room. Caitlin Clark stirred excitement among fans with her performance during her time in the NCAA. It is no wonder that the 2020 NCAA championship game between South Carolina and Iowa Hawkeyes drew an average of 19 million viewers, surpassing the men's basketball viewership by 4.2 million despite the latter being perceived as more significant. However, when Clark graduated from college, it was believed that the Hawkeyes would struggle to draw in fans. Prior to the start of this year's season, fans had already been showing their support for the Iowa-based team. Amidst this, one player mentioned concerns about teammates potentially feeling unsatisfied with their current situation. The player questioned whether it was worth staying in an environment where criticism was inevitable if performance did not meet expectations. This discussion likely stemmed from the attention surrounding Caitlin Clark, although no concrete evidence was provided at that time. While Caitlin Clark is taking a break from basketball during the WNBA offseason, a member of her Indiana Fever team was involved in a significant altercation on the court. As Caitlin Clark and her WNBA peers enjoy their well-deserved rest after the conclusion of the 2024 season. However, not all members of the Indiana Fever team are enjoying a restful break, as one of their teammates was involved in a heated altercation during a recent match on Thursday. 2 players from the Fever have decided to take their skills overseas during the off-season. Nalissa Smith has joined the Zhejiang Golden Bulls in the Women's Chinese Basketball Association (WCBA), while Kelsey Mitchell has signed with the Shanxi Tsingrui Flame. The American forward was spotted sporting the identical number 1 jersey she wore for the Fever, along with her iconic headband, was on display during the preseason game. However, the atmosphere quickly turned tense when Smith, wearing jersey number, the player selected as the 2nd overall pick in the 2022 WNBA draft, responded with anger to provocation from an Inner Mongolia player, despite her team being ahead 94-89. Smith was pushed by her opponent while her teammate attempted a 3-point shot. The former Baylor Bears star reacted by grabbing the ball and throwing it back at her opponent, clearly not amused. As expected, the Inner Mongolia player retaliated by throwing the object back at her. This action sparked a brief confrontation between the 2 players, prompting their teammates to intervene and prevent the situation from escalating further. Nevertheless, the game established a tense atmosphere when the referee handed out 7 technical fouls, as reported by Dallas Wings center Kalani Brown. The Chinese sumo wrestler crashed out early, Brown wrote on social media, followed by 2 crying laughing emojis. In contrast to Clark's impressive rookie season with the Fever, Smith struggled throughout 2024. In terms of statistics, she delivered her least impressive season yet in her brief career, averaging 10.6 points and 7.1 rebounds. The 24-year-old player appeared in all 40 of the Fever's regular season games. However, she was dismissed by former coach Christy Sides. Sides has now been replaced by Stephanie White. Smith played a total of 13 minutes in the 2 games against the Connecticut Sun during their elimination from the first round of the WNBA playoffs. As she approaches the final year of her 4-year contract with the Indiana franchise, it is uncertain if Smith will be returning for the 2025 season to continue playing with Clark and Mitchell. Kelly Krauskopf, the president of basketball operations for Fever, has declined to disclose her intentions regarding Smith's future post the expiration of her current contract. "I'm not going to definitively outline her future trajectory," stated Krauskopf. "She is currently a valuable member of our team and possesses a remarkable talent." Hannah Stuelk, star player for the Iowa Hawkeyes, shared her thoughts on the team selling season tickets during Wednesday's broadcast, emphasizing their determination to succeed even in Clark's absence. The 21-year-old appeared to be making a subtle reference to the former NCAA champion, expressing admiration for their achievements. "Iowa fans are dedicated and unwavering in their support, consistently showing up no matter the circumstances. Regardless of the individuals present. Caitlin has left. Our inventory has been depleted once more. It wasn't just about her, they are incredibly loyal to our team. They consistently attend to our needs and obligations without fail. I find it truly remarkable. It's akin to a family. A remarkably large family," remarked Stuelk. In late October, the Hawkeyes made the announcement that all 15,000 season tickets had been sold out for the 2nd year in a row. As per reports, the program has announced the sale of all tickets in August of last year. This indicates that Hawkeyes fans will closely monitor Jan Jensen's inaugural year as head coach, as suggested in the video. This repeat occurrence follows their recent championship finale appearance, reminiscent of last year. In exchange, Hawkeyes fans will enjoy an impressive lineup of home games. This year, student tickets are still up for grabs, priced at $65 for 15 games. Single-game tickets for fans are available for purchase at prices ranging from $5 to $10. Anticipation surrounded last year's ticket sales as it was expected to be Clark's potential final season with Lisa Bluter and her team. However, Jensen and Amp Company was unexpectedly successful. The standards have remained consistent. The hype surrounding both Iowa and the LSU Tigers remains strong, even with the addition of Kim Mulkey and her team. It is unknown if season tickets have been sold out, but the arena was at full capacity prior to their game against Eastern Kentucky in the season opener, as noted by Mulkey herself. Once again, it was demonstrated that the Lady Tigers were able to uphold their high standards from the previous year even in the absence of Angel Reese. This could indicate a new chapter for women's basketball, as I learned today that the arena has completely sold out. And that is truly excellent. This is highly beneficial for our players, school, and program. I am excited for the upcoming opportunity as I have a strong roster of players at the guard position. The individual obtained a sufficient amount of posts to cause minor chaos. Mulkey declared, "We remain pertinent, and that is my primary objective here." In the season opener, LSU secured a victory over ECU with an impressive 95-44 scoreline. Therefore, fans are anticipating that the Hawkeyes, their rivals, will meet their expectations. While Iowa secured a 91-73 victory over Northern Illinois, their long-term performance is still uncertain.